Further along on this project than I was when I last was with you because I woke up at 1 in the morning and was wide awake. And I got up and came down here and worked on it for a couple of hours. I really am happy with her eyes. I feel like I got that spark and that light. And anyway, I'm gonna do some more work on her her shawl here. I've just been using a very fine brush and putting in like black lines for texture. Today, I put on moisturizer. My older sister told me I should always moisturize my face every day. So I put it on and I'm looking in the mirror and I'm waiting for something to happen, you know. And I just realized that now I have moist wrinkles. And we'll see if it makes a difference over time. Even if it just slows it down. This is a really nice little brush. I found my good brushes, what's left of them, and I vow to clean them correctly tonight and make sure that I don't let them get trashed. Well, my husband installed the floor in the hallway downstairs and in my son's room yesterday, and today he's doing all the trim, and it looks fabulous. He's such a hardworking guy. I always admired that about him. I'm different. Working hard's not my favorite thing to do. Where am I going to do my next bit? Here. I'm defrosting chicken thighs because we're having chicken for dinner tonight. Chicken. I'm gonna put them in my Instapot with potatoes and other root vegetables, and maybe make spaghetti squash. Lincoln loves spaghetti squash. That's my 14-year-old. There are a few things that this child wants to eat that I make. One of them is spaghetti squash, and he will straight up ask for it. So, as a mom, if you got a kid asking for vegetables, it is like a moral imperative that you provide them. Like any kid, but especially your own. Oops, I heard a ding. Maybe that means somebody is talking to me. It does. Okay. But it has nothing to do with this. So, I have a funny story. Well, I don't know if my son will appreciate it. But it's really funny. Okay. So, years ago, when I was... Oh, never mind. So, I'm just dipping this brush directly into the tube of paint. No point in having any waste, you know? I think this needs like an outline around here. Just a thin one. Swooping down. Reload. That's funny. If I talk about reloading, it's obvious to me the first thing I'm thinking about is reloading paint on my brush. But I imagine if I were like anybody else, they might think I was talking about reloading a gun. I wouldn't be doing that. I need more paint. Reload. I gotta do something with this. Bart thinks it's boring. It's just like a wooden door, like a gray wooden door. But it needs to have something else going on around here. Otherwise, it looks unfinished. So maybe I'm going to put like a door handle or something. I don't know. If you have any suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'm sitting all jacked up. I'm going to have a backache. All jacked up. Slouching, twisting. I've got to slouch because I'm painting down low. So I have a reason. It's other than sloth for slouching. I wonder if I could do this while sitting up straight. Nope. I need to be able to balance my arm on the bottom of this easel so my hand doesn't shake. Because I get shaky hands sometimes. Yeah, people coming in here making noise. Sorry about that. Millions of viewers. Okay, so my funny story. I was recently reminded of this because it happened at our house. But when I was 13 years old, I went to girls' camp in the summertime, and I learned a new word while I was at girls' camp. And I still remember who said it, but I won't reveal her name. But she used it to describe a boy who sounded like a real jerk. And she called him a prick. Okay? So, I figure that becomes my new favorite word. And I use it all the time at girls' camp. And I am in the car on the way home from church Sunday after camp with my mother and my father, and I use this word again, and I say, oh my gosh, I'm talking about probably some boy who was a jerk. And I just said, oh, he's just a prick in my butt. And I kept saying that. And then finally my father looks in the rearview mirror and he said, Lisa, do you know what a prick is? And then I realized that I may have said something wrong by the tone of his voice. And so I was describing it, like a thorn or a pricker, and you sit on it and it's like a pain in the butt, and it's someone who's a pain in the butt or a jerk. And he just said, Lisa, a prick's a dick. My face turned so red, I thought I was going to die. Because I remembered all the times that I had said that word in front of people, not knowing what it meant. So I was reminded of this story because recently my 14-year-old, my husband and I were good-naturedly teasing him, and he said, "You guys are douches." Now, I know he did not know what that word meant, but I figured he had heard it used, and he was using it the way he heard it used. You ought to know what it really means. So I told him, I said, Lincoln, do you know what a douche is? And he tried to tell me, well, it's like a jerk. It's like a pain in the butt. It's like a... And I said, no. And I looked my 14-year-old boy square in the face and I said, it's a vagina cleaner. And he almost fell down and died right then and there. Furious blushing. Oh my gosh. And to which my husband and I are bent over in peals of laughter at how embarrassed he is and what jerks that makes us. But when I told him this story about the prick,
Same thing happened with 69.
he felt better with me after that.
Same
What?
thing happened with 69 today.
Oh, my husband just informed me that the same thing happened with 69 today. I guess I'll have to hear that story and share it with you all next time. So fun when your kids are growing up. You want them to have accurate information when they hear things out in the world, or, well, today's kids online with their friends, because they can't go out with their friends because we're having a pandemic. Trying to make this look fabricy. I got a tickle in my throat. Need to reload the brush. Okay. This is probably boring you because I'm not doing anything very exciting with this painting right now. Let me come in here and work this shadow a little darker underneath her fingers. Maybe that was a mistake. It looks a little dark. Might go over it with brown. Okay, you know what I'm going to do now? I want to build up the eyeballs a little bit. Because they sparkle, but I want them to shine too. You know what I mean? So I'm going to get some Gloss Super Heavy Gel. Oh, I don't know if this dries clear. It's too heavy. Let me see. Here we go. General purpose clear acrylic fluid gloss medium. This is what I want. This is what I want. So this dries clear. That makes me want to
Watch your head.
prime this picture
Watch
in
your head duck down.
yeah. Prime this picture in matte, but gloss the eyes afterwards. I might do that. Okay. Oh, put a little shine here too. Not too glossy. Okay. That's all I'm going to do for today. Thank you for tuning in, listening to my son's embarrassing story, and painting with Lisa today. I hope you have a great weekend. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and we'll see you soon.